Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump, Vance, and a lack of discussion, and why American women should care. This is something that will likely get glossed over in most of the media because there are far more juicier sound bites from the debate to use to get clicks. This is something that every American, but women in particular, need to pay attention to. There was a brief moment during the debate when Trump subtly let slip how little women matter to his legislative agenda. So during the debate, Trump danced around whether or not he would exercise his veto power if he became president and a nationwide ban on abortion reached his desk. Even when pressed, he deflected and did not give an answer. He claimed that it was impossible, so there was no reason to answer. Please refer to Trump's campaign promise about altering the 25th Amendment to see if you think he actually believes you shouldn't talk about things that won't realistically happen because it's unlikely to get the votes needed. But what matters isn't that he wouldn't commit to a veto. He really didn't commit to any particulars on anything. What matters is what he said while waffling. He was asked about his VP pick, saying just last month that Trump would veto any such legislation. His response was, quote, "Well, I didn't discuss it with JD in all fairness, and I don't mind if he has a certain view, but I don't think he was speaking for me." Later in the conversation after the debate, Vance seemed to confirm that he and Trump hadn't discussed it. Most people probably just missed the importance of that. The two candidates on the Republican Party presidential ticket have not discussed whether or not they would protect women's reproductive rights. Despite the topic being in headlines almost every single day, our rights weren't even worth talking about. They didn't even have the decency to work out a talking point or some consistent messaging between the two of them. That's how much of an afterthought our bodily autonomy is. Even with Trump trying to distance himself from the effects of his own disastrous policies, so much so that last month he posted to a minor social media site saying, quote, "My administration will be great for women and their reproductive rights." They still didn't find the time to work out a consistent message. Instead of answering the question, he went on to suggest wild claims about post-birth abortions. Here are some CDC stats cited by Pew back in March. 93% occur in the first 13 weeks. 6% occur between 13 and 20 weeks, and about 1% occur after 20 weeks. Unsurprisingly, there is no category for after birth, because that's not a thing. Here's some other stats that might put things into focus for those ranting about childless cat ladies being behind the push to maintain reproductive rights. 24% of women who undergo the procedure have already had a live birth. They already had a kid. And I know you're thinking that about 1 in 4 doesn't fit your stereotype. Well, get ready to be shocked, because I'm not done. I said a kid, as in one. An additional 20% had 2 live births, 10% had 3 live births, and another 7% had 4 or more. That's right, the majority of women who had an abortion are mothers. Now again, there are far more sensational bits from the debate that will get all the coverage. But this is something that should be remembered. Our rights were not even worth the time it would take to come up with a good lie to tell us. Or maybe it means no discussion, and we should just do what we're told. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.